You want to tell somebody what Tom said. There are two ways of doing this. You can repeat Tom's words. Tom said, I'm feeling sick, or you can use reported speech. Tom said that he was feeling sick. Tom said, I'm feeling sick. Tom said that he was feeling sick. When you use reported speech, the main verb of the sentence is usually past. I told her that. The rest of the sentence is usually past. Tom said that he was feeling sick. I told her that I didn't have any money. You can leave out that, so you can say Tom said that he was feeling sick. Tom said he was feeling sick. In general, the present form is direct speech. Changes to the past form in reported speech. You met Jenny. Here are some of the things she said to you in direct speech. My parents are fine. I'm going to learn to drive. I want to buy a car. John has quit his job. I can't come to the party on Friday. I don't have much free time. I'm going away for a few days. I will call you when I get back. Later, you tell somebody what Jenny said. You use reported speech. Jenny said that her parents were fine. She said that she was going to learn to drive. She said that she wanted to buy a car. She said that John had quit his job. She said that she couldn't come to the party on Friday. She said she didn't have much free time. She said that she was going away for a few days and would call me when she got back. The simple past can usually stay the same in reported speech, or you can change it to the past perfect. Tom said, I woke up feeling sick, so I didn't go to work. Tom said that I woke up feeling sick, so I didn't go to work. Tom said that he woke up feeling sick, so he didn't go to work. Tom said he had woken up feeling sick. He woken up feeling sick, so he hadn't gone to work. It is not always necessary to change the verb in reported speech. If you report something and the situation hasn't changed, you do not need to change the verb to the past. Tom said, my new job is very interesting. Tom said that his new job is very interesting. Anne said, I want to go to South America next year. Anne told me that she wants to go to South America next year. Anne still wants to go to South America next year. You can also change the verb to the past. Tom said that his new job was very interesting and told me that she wanted to go to South America next year. But if you are reporting a finished situation, you must use a past verb. Paul left the room suddenly. He said he had to go. You need to use a past form when there is a difference between what was said and what is really true. You met Sonia a few days ago. She said Joe is in the hospital. Later that day, you meet Joe in the street. You say, I didn't expect to see you, Joe. Sonia said you were in the hospital. Now Sonia said you are in the hospital because he clearly is not. Say and tell. If you say who somebody is talking to, use tell. Sonia told me that you were in the hospital. Told me that. What did you tell the police? What not say the police? What did you tell? If you say who somebody is talking to, say who somebody is talking to, use tell. Tell somebody. Otherwise, you say Sonia said that you were told me you were in the hospital. What did you say? Sonia said. Tell somebody, but you can say something to somebody. Anne said goodbye to me and left. What did you say to the police? ask somebody to do something. We also use the infinitive in reported speech, especially with tell and ask. Stay in bed for a few days. The doctor said to me. The doctor told me to stay in bed for a few days. Don't shout, I said to Jim. I told Jim not to shout. Please don't tell anybody what happened. Jackie said to me. Jackie asked me not to tell anybody what happened. You can also say somebody said to do something. Jackie said not to tell anything, not to tell anyone. Will Tom be here tomorrow? Have you been working hard? When was the house built? Remember that the subject comes after the first verb. Is Catherine working today? Do you live near here? What time does the film begin? Did you sell your car? Did you sell your car? Why did the train stop? Who wants something to eat? What happened? Who wants something to eat? What happened to you last night? How many people came? How many people came to the meeting? How many people came to the meeting? Which bus goes down? Which bus goes down? How many people came to the meeting? Who wants something to eat? What happened to you last night? How many people came to the meeting? Which bus goes downtown? Note the positional preposition in question beginning. Who do you want to speak to? What was the weather like yesterday? Which job has Anne applied for? Where are you from? To whom do you wish to speak? To whom do you wish to speak? Isn't it? Didn't you? We use negative questions especially to show surprise. Didn't you hear the doorbells? I rang it 3 times. Or when we expect the listener to agree with us. Haven't we met somewhere before? Yes, I think we have. Note the meaning of yes and no in answers to negative questions. Don't you want to go to the party? Yes. Yes, I want to go. No. Note the word order in negative questions beginning why. Why don't we go out for a meal tonight? Not why we don't. Why don't we? Why wasn't Mary at work yesterday? Not why Mary. Why wasn't Mary? Do you know where? I don't know why. Could you tell me what? Do you know where Tom has gone? What time is it? Do you know what time it is? Who are those people? I don't know who those people are. Where can I find Linda? Can you tell me where I can find Linda? How much will it cost? Do you have any idea how much it will cost? What time does the movie begin? What time does the movie begin? Do you know what time the movie begins? What do you mean? Please explain what you mean. Why did she leave early? I wonder why she left early. For whether where there's no other questions worth. Did anybody see you? Do you know if anybody saw you? Or whether anybody saw you? He asked me where the same changes in word order happen in reported question. The police officer said to us, "Where are you going?" The police officer asked us where we were going. Claire asked what time do the banks close. Claire wanted to know what time the banks close. In reported questions, the verb usually changes to the past. You had an interview for a job, and these were some of the questions the interviewer asked you. What do you do in your spare time? Can you speak another language? Are you willing to travel? Why do you apply for the job? How long have you been working at your present job? Do you have a driver license? Later you tell a friend what the interviewer asked you. She asked if or whether I was willing to travel. She wanted to know what I did in my spare time. She asked how long I had been working at my present job. She asked why I had applied for the job. Why I applied? She she wanted to know if I could speak another language. She asked if or whether I had a driver license. Auxiliary verbs have, do, can. In this example, have, can, was, do are auxiliary words. You can use an auxiliary verb when you do not want to repeat something. Have you locked the door? Yes, I have. George wasn't working. George wasn't working. But Janet was. She could lend me the money, but she could lend me the money, but she won't. She won't lend me the money. She could lend me the money, but she won't. Do you like onions? Yes, I do. Does Mark play soccer? He did, but he doesn't anymore. You're sitting in my place. No, I'm not. I'm not sitting in your place. You didn't lock the door before you left. Yes, I did. We use you have, she isn't, they do. I've just seen David. You have? How is just I've just. Liz isn't feeling very well today. She isn't? What's wrong with her? It rained every day during our vacation. It did. What a shame. It did. What a shame. Jim and Karen are getting married. They are. Really? I'm tired. I'm tired. So am I. I'm tired too. I never read newspapers. I never read newspapers. Neither do I. I never read newspaper either. Sue doesn't have a car and neither does Mark. Note the word older after so and neither. I passed the exam and so did Paul. You can also use not either instead of neither. I don't have any money. Neither do I. I don't either. I think so. I hope so. After some verbs, you can use so when you do not want to repeat something. Are those people Australian? I think so. I think they're Australian. Will you be home tomorrow morning? I guess so. I guess I'll be home. Do you think Kate has been invited to the party? I suppose so. You can also say I hope so and I'm afraid so. I think so. I don't think so. I hope so. I'm afraid so. I guess so. I'm afraid not. I guess not. I hope not. I'm afraid not. I guess not. I suppose not. Is that woman French? I think so. I don't think so. Do you think it will rain? I hope so. I hope not. I I hope so. I hope not. You haven't seen Maria today, have you? No, I haven't. It was a good movie, wasn't it? Yes, I loved it. Have you? And wasn't it? A tag, mini questions that we often put on the end of a sentence in spoken English. In these tags, we use an auxiliary verb. We use do, does, did for the present and simple past. Lauren plays the piano, doesn't she? Well, yes, but not very well. You didn't lock the door, did you? No, I forgot. Maria will be here soon, won't she? Kate won't be late, will she? There was a lot of traffic, wasn't there? They don't like us today. Jim should take this medicine, shouldn't he? You haven't paid the gas bill, have you? Notice the meaning of yes and no in answer to a negative sentence. You are not going out today, are you? Yes, yes, I'm going out. No, I'm not going out. The meaning of a tag depends on how you say it. If your voice goes down, you are not really asking a question. You are inviting the listener to agree with you. It's a nice day. It's a nice day, isn't it? Yes, beautiful. Eric doesn't look too good today, doesn't he? No, he looks very tired. She is very funny. She was a wonderful sense of humor, doesn't she? But if the voice goes up, it is a real question. You haven't seen Lisa today, haven't you? Have you? No, I haven't. Have you seen Lisa today by any chance? You can use a negative sentence, positive tag to ask for things or information or to ask somebody to do something. The voice goes up at the end of the tag in sentence like this. You wouldn't have a pen, would you? Yes, here you are. You couldn't lend me some money, could you? It depends how much. You don't know where Lauren is, do you? Sorry, I have no idea. After less, the tag is Shelley. Let's go for a walk, Shelley. Let's go for a walk, Shelley. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk, Shelley. After do listen gives. The tag is usually will you. Listen to me. Listen to me, will you? The voice goes, will you? Let's go for a walk, Shelley. Listen to me, will you? I am right, and the negative tag is aren't I? Am I? Yes, you are. I'm right. I'm right, aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? I'm right, aren't I? Am I not? Aren't I? Yes, you are. I enjoy reading. I enjoy reading. Would you mind closing the door? Would you mind closing the door? Sam suggested going to the movies. After enjoy, mind, and suggest, we use ing. Some more verbs that are followed by ing. Suddenly everybody stopped talking. There was silence. I will do the shopping when I will finish the cleaning. When I finish the cleaning the apartment. He tried to avoid answering my question. Have you ever considered going to live in another country? The negative form is not ing. When I am on vacation, I enjoy not having to get up early. I enjoy not having to get up early. We also use ing after give up, give up, put off, go on, keep, or keep on, do something continuously, repeatedly. Paula has given up trying to lose weight. Jenny doesn't want to retire. She wants to go on working. Go on working. You you keep interrupting when I am talking, or you keep on interrupting. With some verbs, you can use the structure, but somebody ing. I can imagine George riding a motorcycle. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. That's all right. Note the passive form. I don't mind being kept waiting. I don't mind people kept me waiting. Keeping me waiting. I don't mind being kept waiting. I don't mind being kept waiting. When you are talking about finished actions, you can say having done, stolen, said. They admitted having stolen. They admitted having stolen the money. Having stolen the money. But it is not necessary to use having. You can also say they admitted stealing. They admitted stealing the money. I now regret saying what I said. I regret saying having said what I have. Regret. After some of the verbs on this page, especially admit, deny, suggest, you can also use that. She denied that she had stolen. She denied that she had stolen the money. She denied stealing. Sam suggested that we go to the movies. Sam suggested going to the movie. It was late, so we decide to take a taxi home. David was in a difficult situation, so I agreed to help him. David was in a difficult situation, so I agreed to help him. How old were you? How old were you when you learned to drive? Learn to drive. Learn to drive. Karen failed to make a good impression at the job interview. The negative is not to. We decided not to go out. Decide not to go out because of the weather. I promised I promised not to be late. After some verbs, to is not possible. I enjoy reading. I enjoy reading. She suggested enjoy reading. She suggested going to the movie. I enjoy reading. She suggested going to the movie. Are you thinking? Are you thinking of buying a car? Are you thinking of buying a car? Thinking. Are you thinking of buying a car? Used to. They seem to have plenty of money. I like Dan, but I think he tends to talk too much and pretended not to see me when she passed me on the street. There's also a continuous infinitive. I pretended to be reading the newspaper. You seem to you seem to have lost weight. Joe seems to be enjoying his new job. After there, you can use a verb with or without. I don't dare to tell you. I wouldn't dare tell to him. I wouldn't dare tell him. I wouldn't dare to tell him. I wouldn't dare tell him. You can use a question word. We asked how to get to the station. Have you decided where to go for your vacation? I don't know whether to apply. Do you understand what to do? Show, tell, ask, advise, teach somebody what, how, where to do something. Can somebody show me how to change the film in this camera? Ask Jack, he will tell you what to do. We expected to be late. We expected then to be late. Would you like to go now? Would you like me to go now? He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want anybody to know. Do not say want that. Do you want me to come with you? Not do you want that I come? After help, you can use the verb with or without to. Can you help me to move this table? Can you help me move this table? Can you remind me to call Anne tomorrow? Who taught you to drive? I didn't move the piano by myself. I got somebody to help me. Jim said the switch was dangerous and warned me not to touch it. In the next example, the verb is passive. I was warned not to touch the switch. You cannot use suggest with the structure verb object. Jane suggested that I ask you for advice. Jane suggested me to ask. Jane suggested that I ask you for advice. Two structures are possible. I wouldn't advise staying in that hotel. I wouldn't advise anybody to stay. Wouldn't advise staying in the hotel. I wouldn't advise anybody to stay in that hotel. They don't allow parking in front of the building. They don't allow people to park. Don't allow people to park in front of the building. They don't allow parking in front of the building. Parking isn't allowed. Parking isn't allowed in front of the building. You aren't allowed to park in front of the building. These verbs have the structure verb object base form. I made him promise that he wouldn't tell anybody what happened. Hot weather makes me feel tired. Her parents wouldn't let her go out alone. Let me carry your bag for you. We say make somebody do, but the passive is made to do. We were made we were made to wait for 2 hours. They made us wait. We were made to wait for 2 hours. Verbs usually following by admit, finish, postpone, avoid, imagine, risk, consider, keep, stop, deny, mind, suggest, and enjoy, afford, fail, offer, agree, forget, plan, arrange, hope, promise, decide, learn, refuse, deserve, manage, threaten. I remember. Some verbs can be followed by ing with a different meaning. I remember doing something. I did it, and now I remember this. You remember doing something after you have done it. I locked the door. I clearly remember locking it. I locked it, and now I remember that I locked it, and now I remember this. I know I locked the door. I clearly remember locking it. He could remember driving along the road just before the accident, but he couldn't remember the accident itself. I remember to do something. I remember that I had to do it, so I did it. You remember to do something before you do it. I remember to lock the door, but I forgot to shut the windows. I remember that I had to lock it, and so I locked it. Please remember to mail the letter. Don't forget to mail it. I regret doing something. I did it, and now I'm sorry about it. I now regret saying what I said. I shouldn't have said it. It began to get cold and he regretted not wearing his coat. I regret to tell you, to inform you. I'm sorry that I have to say. We regret to inform you. We regret to inform you that we cannot offer you the job. We regret to I'm sorry I'm sorry that I have to say. We regret to inform. I now regret saying what I said. I regret saying go on doing something, continue doing the same thing. The president went on talking for hours. We need to change. We need to change. We can go on living like this. Go on to do something. Do or say something new. After discussing the economy, the president then went on to talk about foreign policy. Go on to talk. The following verbs can be followed by begin, start, continue, bother. It has started raining. It has started raining. It has started to rain. Don't bother locking the door. Don't bother to lock. But normally we do not use ing after ing. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Try to do, attempt to do, make an effort to do. I was very tired. I tired to keep my eyes open, but I couldn't. Please try to be quiet when you come home. Everything will be asleep. Try also means do something as an experiment or test. For example, these cookies are delicious. You should try one. You should have one to see if you like it. We couldn't find anywhere to stay. We couldn't find anywhere to stay. We tried every hotel in the town, but they were all full. We went to every hotel to see if they had a room. If try is followed by verb, we say try, ing. The photocopier doesn't seem to be working. Try pressing the green button. Press the green button. Maybe this will help to solve the problem. Try pressing. I tried to move the table, but it was too heavy. I didn't like the way the furniture was arranged, so I tried moving the table to the other side of the room, but it still didn't look right, so I moved it back again. I needed to do something. It is necessary for me to do it. I need to get more exercise. He needs to work harder if he wants to make progress. I don't need to come to the meeting, do I? Something needs to be done. My cell phone needs to be charged. Do you think my pants need to be washed? Sometimes we use need doing instead of need to be done. My cell phone needs charging. Do you think my pants need washing? You can say help to do or help do. Everybody helped to clean up after the party. Everybody helped clean up. Can you help me to move this table? Can you help me move? I can't help doing something. I can stop myself from doing it. I don't like him, but he has a lot of problems. I can't help feeling sorry. I can't help feeling sorry for him. I cannot stop myself from doing it. Can't help feeling sorry for him. Can't help feeling sorry for him. She tried to be serious, but she couldn't help. She tried to be serious, but she couldn't help laughing. She couldn't stop herself. She couldn't stop herself from laughing. She couldn't help laughing. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. I can't help it. I can't help being nervous. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. I can't help it. I can't help being nervous. Help doing something. I can't stop myself. Can't stop. Can't help. Can't stop doing something. Can't stop myself from doing. I can't stop. Can't help doing something.